Tom and Mark, episode 42, bonus episode 42, first ever 42nd bonus episode.
Coming to you from Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studios here at the North Shore Academy of the Arts in Grafton, Wisconsin.
And we are here pre-recorded with
Is the music still going?
Kevin Messerschmidt. I think if I hit 0, that ends it.
Okay.
Boom. Mark's out of here. So, all right, Coach Kevin is back for some bonus material. And you were just saying some awesome stuff before we got recorded, and we missed out on it.
That's too bad.
How you didn't
it's all the good stuff comes when you're not being recorded.
Yeah, how you don't like the term coach, he was telling me about.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't like the term coach.
What would
Life coach
what
specifically.
do you prefer to be called?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. There's just something about life coach that makes me feel like when somebody calls himself a life coach, that has to mean like they've got their life figured out. I'm just as fucked up as everybody else.
Well,
you know what I mean? So
Bill Belichick, he probably can't throw a football very good. So,
right.
You know,
Right. Yeah, I get it, but it's not the coach part I don't like. It's the life coach, the term life coach. You know, like I work in areas of your life, but it doesn't mean like your life is perfect. And like I'm going to show you I'm not a guru. You know, Tony Robbins has a Netflix special and it's called I'm Not Your Guru.
Okay.
And the whole purpose of that is he's saying, look, don't follow me. Don't do what I do. I'm not like somebody for you to idolize. I'm just got techniques that can really help you if you want them. And that's really what it is. Coaching a lot of times is teaching. And like I said, it's finding people's blind spots. So,
well, I think the lowest title that we came up with is Local Man.
Local man.
You could be Local Man Kevin.
yeah, yeah.
You're basically just coming in from a different perspective, too.
Well, life coaches come in.
Absolutely.
Some of the best characters have been life coaches. Yoda, Nick from Rocky,
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, there
Mr.
you
Miyagi's
go.
the best. Isn't
That's
he?
the life coach?
Yeah.
Pat
Morioto? Or?
Yeah, he's friends with Roy.
Yeah,
Roy sold
Roy's
him a
had him
house.
in.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So we'd love to get Mr. Miyagi on.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Oh, I got to double check. Is he alive?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he would be national news when he passed.
He's got to be alive because Mark didn't say
Okay.
There we go.
it. So, you're good.
So, yeah, life coach. I mean, Jedi. Life Jedi.
Life Jedi.
You may have to give somebody money
Jedi
for
Master.
for that title. So, all right, we'll get to. I got some stories, but now you kind of changed my whole thought because you said you don't fix people's problems. So I got stories with a bunch of people with
Oh,
problems.
fuck.
Well, you told me you were going to kind of tell me about some people doing stupid stuff,
Yeah.
and I thought about that, but let's see what happens. I'm in. Let's try it.
Oh, geez, this one's not what I wanted.
Wah, wah.
Not cooperating.
Yes, it is not cooperating, but it is. Guess what's coming up? Shark Week.
That is the best.
I used to love Shark Week when I was a little kid.
Used to.
Used to. What
Yeah,
happened?
I've fallen off the wagon a little
Dude,
bit.
you got a kid. It's time
There
to
was-
get back on.
Well,
the wagon.
actually, I last year cut the cable. I do not have cable television anymore.
Don't need cable for Shark Week.
Well, it was all on Discovery Channel.
Yeah, but just get Hulu and then watch it after.
I have Hulu, I have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime, and I watch mostly YouTube, to be honest.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Shark Week stuff's on
I'm sure they
YouTube.
have stuff up there, older stuff from previous years.
Yeah.
We will be well in the Shark Week
Ooh, there's
when
a
this.
countdown.
airs.
Yes, this will air probably Thursday, Friday.
Man,
When
I
are you
can't
guys
believe
doing
it's
it now?
only one day away.
We were watching was it a commercial for Shark Week earlier this
We
morning?
like the New England Patriots. Everybody.
Oh, jeez.
And there's
Yeah.
we
those
have a
two.
bird
Those
named
two.
Gronk.
Yeah, we
Go
have a bear
Packers.
named Gronk.
And
He's
Gronk is
it.
on Shark Week.
All right. So, hey, I knew I liked you better.
No, but it's funny. You know Rob Gronkowski, right?
Never
Yeah.
heard of him.
Okay.
Sounds like a schmuck.
Well, he's on Shark Week and he's doing a special, and they show like a real quick commercial, and I'm like,
Isn't Aaron
Did-
Rodgers going to be on Shark Week?
yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Well, Gronk is swimming with the shark, and he literally throws a bow into the shark's.
He elbows the shark. He's swimming next to it. And he just like
Drops a
friggin'
bow
elbows
into
it.
the shark.
And no flag? Oh,
What?
that's horseshit.
No flag. Yeah.
Tom had to rewind it. He's like, did he just
Did
elbow
Gronk
the
just
shark?
drop a bow on that shark when they were swimming together? So, yes, Aaron Rodgers will be on it too, but he's dating Danica Patrick now.
So
I'm
awesome.
lost. Awesome?
What's wrong with Danica Patrick?
She's just a little crazy yappy dog. I don't like her.
I'll take her over. What
I
was it,
never
Olivia
liked her.
Munn?
No, I'll take Olivia Munn. It's because when she was in NASCAR and she would get into altercations with the other drivers, it's like she would run out of the car, run up to them, start screaming and pushing these guys with her helmet on. And what's the other NASCAR driver supposed to do? Like,
Nothing.
what-
She got it figured out.
what am I supposed to
I
do?
think
She
she's
can say
genius.
she
You
can say whatever
can't
she wants.
push her
They
back.
Can't touch
No,
her.
she's genius.
If I had
That's
that
like
card, I
evil
would play it
genius.
all the
It's
time.
What are you going to do to me? And even if you do, I didn't take my helmet off. So it's like this
So
little
all
Pez
the money is good.
Yeah, the little Pez dispenser just comes up and like sit down. You never pulled in the top 10. You never won a race.
Yeah, I understand that she was basically a novelty,
Yeah.
kind of the first prominent female NASCAR driver. I'm sure there are others.
No, there's others.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but she was the one you'd always heard
she
about
went
on
from
TV.
Indy to NASCAR.
Yeah,
I don't really follow NASCAR.
yeah, me neither, to be honest. We're not going to do well at that White Trash Festival.
I think we're going to do great.
We don't watch enough NASCAR.
NASCAR's gone downhill. I just don't like her because of that. Like, you're really putting that guy in a bad position. What if he shoves you back? I mean,
No, he
You know,
can't.
Dude,
He
he'll
cannot.
make the news.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if a male driver came up and did it, and they got in a shoving match, it'd be whatever. That happens every week. But since, don't get, oh, come on. It just reminds me of those yappy dogs that won't stop barking, and then you go to like you're gonna, and then they just run off, and then they come running back up and bark again.
Fair enough.
So she's a little yappy dog.
All
Back,
right, moving
back to
on.
sharks.
Back to sharks.
Yeah, how did we get into her?
I don't know.
To Gronk, to Rogers, to
Danica,
Danica Patrick.
So yeah, that's why it's called Off the Rails. That's where it goes. So this is normally the time of year when we plan our vacations. It seems like we had 3 vacations in a row where we went to tropical destinations
And it was Shark Week.
the weekend after Shark Week.
Oh,
You guys are
there you go.
smart.
So leading up to going into the ocean, I'm just watching like this show here. 50 best shark bites.
Dang. So,
I have never been in the ocean.
We went snorkeling on a coral reef, and Tom just was scared, very scared. He got to the edge of the coral reef where you can just see endless nothing. And he
It's
comes
just
back
straight
and he's
blue
like,
down.
"Dude."
wow.
Because I went way under, and then I just turned around from the reef and just saw it, and I was waiting for that silhouette.
He came over by me and his eyes were big. He's
I'm going
like,
by the boat.
You ever been in the ocean,
I'm
Kevin?
done.
Yeah.
You
A
afraid
lot
of
of
sharks at all?
You know what? I've never been face to face with one, so I can't say I'm afraid of them yet.
All right.
I've always thought swimming with sharks would be a really great idea.
This doesn't scare the crap out of you, these pictures.
But then when I look at these pictures, it scares the crap out of me.
yeah.
Well,
But-
statistically, you're safer in the middle of the ocean than you are on the beach.
Did you know
Yes.
statistically you're safer in the ocean than you are of getting killed by a soda machine? Like a soda or snack
Because
dispenser?
people
Yeah.
shake them.
yeah,
They fall upon people? Yeah.
They've killed more people than a shark has.
I totally would believe that.
It's kind of screwed up and crazy.
But that doesn't make the national news.
No.
Well, your friend,
When Tom knocks over the vending machine and kills himself.
your friend Adrian is a photographer, and he likes
Yes.
swimming with sharks and photographing them. He was saying he loves it.
Well, I can see how you get the thrill out of it, but
Yeah.
well, there we go. That could be a life coach thing. Swimming with sharks.
Yeah. That's for those people that uncertainty is one of their core things that they need in life. They need that uncertainty that they're going to live or die. So,
But you do have scientific proof of water conductivity to heat and the skin and the skin cells, and you know that you're not going to burn yourself for a certain amount of time standing on a hot coal. You have no clue what a shark's going to do. You have
Shark
no
is a wild
safety
animal.
measures over what a shark's
Yes.
going to do.
I think the walking on fire is more about discipline and trust and commitment,
yes.
whereas sharks is just
But those guys
Cross your
know that
fingers.
if they just walk over pretty good, they're good.
if they
Yeah.
do it right, they're confident and they move quickly. Yeah. But you're in the ocean and you see that fin go by. There's no card in your deck.
No.
You are reacting.
Or when you're in the end of the coral reef and it's nothing down, dude, that would have freaked me out.
That did, because it looks like you're swimming in a pool, like, 6,
Yeah.
7 feet of water, and then the drop off to black.
It was pretty freaky.
Like, how deep am I? Whoa.
Oh, there's no bottom.
There is no bottom. And it creeps into my mind. There is nothing in the way that is separating me from the biggest shark in the world right
I
now.
Well,
just think
there's
the
a lot of
sharks
water.
hang out around the
There's a
edges of
lot
the
of
reefs.
water, but if that shark wanted to get to me, it could. And sharks
Yeah.
can only go in water. So no matter where in the ocean that shark is,
Seen those
it
sharks
can
that
get
jump
to me.
in the air?
Yeah, when I was
Don't
playing-
hang out above the ocean.
Just don't wear black and just float.
Yeah, that's not good either. Oh, I clicked off the story. There was a story of a whale eating a shark.
Oh yeah, the killer whale.
Yeah.
Yeah, they caught that all on
Yeah.
videos on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I think killer whales are more terrifying than sharks, personally.
Definitely. You
Really?
know what? Did you hear when Orca ate Jaws or something? The show was called.
Yeah.
He showed it off to the people.
Yeah,
Took the shark out of the water and showed
it
people on
grabbed
the
the
boat.
shark, put it upside down, which kind of put it into a coma, because that's the thing that happens with sharks.
Yeah.
And then,
Catatonic.
almost like a cat showing off a dead mouse, it took it over to this boat of whale watchers and sort of paraded this upside down, unconscious shark in front of the people.
Wow.
Could have done anything it wanted with that shark and just murdered it right there. But it was just like, hey guys, check this out.
That's pretty cool.
Teaching people that this is how you deal with sharks.
Well,
They flip
yeah,
'em.
they're intelligent animals.
'Cause
They
they
show
teach
each
each
other.
other.
It's learned behavior
Wow.
because they've seen certain pods do it and certain pods that don't because they think they just don't know how. All the pods in the same area kind of know how to do it.
That's all you guys got to do. If you go to the beach,
Flip a
just,
shark.
just flip it over.
Oh, there we go.
You're good to go.
Hold on, here we go.
Just get that 16-foot great white. Just flip it over, man.
Rub it
Roll
down.
over, baby. Come on.
Easy.
Oh. So yeah, Shark Week. Enjoy it next week, or in 2 days. You'll be enjoying it for a while. All right, some of the dumbest criminals here. We got some stories here. Florida shoplifter somehow stuffs 15 quarts of oil and 30 DVDs down his pants.
They still have DVDs?
Yeah, those couldn't have been expensive.
They probably couldn't have. Oh, we're relying on this internet up here. So, he was caught on camera, 30 DVDs. What?
So was he
It's
taking the
playing in
discs out?
corner.
Oh, it's playing. Okay, here we go. We got him. Whoa, look at those pants. You
Hello.
can barely hold them up.
I missed it.
Look at.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here comes somebody bringing them back in, and now he's unloading the DVDs. He got caught. He's an old. Oh, he's not an old man.
No, it looks fairly.
What do you
young.
need 30 quarts of motor oil for?
Does anybody else want to buy those after the guy's had them in his pants? Just asking.
Seriously?
Are they shrink wrapped?
Is that a cop or
No.
is that just?
It looks like a detective.
He looks like he's got a utility.
Might be
belt.
an officer
Yeah.
out of uniform.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not running off my phone. It's running off our. As you can imagine, the internet's not very well
in this
in
old building. Yeah, thick
Yeah.
walls.
That's
So,
insane.
where do you start with this guy when he calls you?
Though.
All right. So,
He obviously needs an oil change.
so number one rule in coaching is the coach always has to go first. So if you haven't done it, you might not want to help a guy like that. And then the second thing is I just can't help stupid. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty stupid. But assuming that this guy's been able to get to me and we're beyond this point, I think the first thing that we might do is have him find a mentor. So he could model somebody else's behavior so he could actually do it the right way rather than just being so
Like
stupid.
You mean steal the right way?
Yeah, like learn how to steal the right way. Exactly.
Pants aren't like benders.
Yeah.
Get him some
Like-
parachute pants.
You know, maybe have a belt. I don't
Trench
know.
coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little things like that. Just saying. That's pretty screwed
Well,
up.
these seem like he wasn't thinking ahead. The profit, like he's not out there changing oil and selling oil changes. Cause I don't know.
Yeah, the
Is he
DVDs
doing it?
I kind of get. 'cause
DVDs
there
I
is-
get.
There's a secondhand market for those things. You can fence that stuff real easy. But unless he like is selling these to an illegal oil change operation,
I think he just needed to change his oil.
15 quarts.
that's a lot of oil.
He
Well,
never wanted to have to
He
buy
wanted to
again.
do it 3 or 4 times and didn't want to have to go back again.
Well, maybe
Alright.
he had the room. He's like,
So
I
he
could, I
is
could fit
thinking
14
ahead.
more quarts.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
maybe he was just like, hey, you know what? If I get 15 this time, I don't have to go steal something next time.
This will make it look more balanced.
It probably decreases the odds of getting caught if he only steals things once versus stealing 15
Right.
times. So he's playing the numbers.
Yeah.
He's genius.
Yeah, got Moneyball over here.
Wow. He needs to coach us.
All right. So these two men tried to rob a pub in Maryland without realizing it's hosting a cops retirement party.
Ooh, those guys like to wear their guns all the time.
They did no research.
None.
They're too impulsive, right? You would tell them to calm down.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're a little impulsive, and you
Well,
really.
I don't mean to
Giving
give out
tips, though.
tips. Yeah, but like if I was gonna rob a place, I'd go in there and just sort of check it out a few minutes before we go in guns blazing.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
cake is a shape of a
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a whole
Umbrella.
bunch of overweight guys who all walk the same way, like they're wearing a 50-pound belt.
yeah.
My brother-in-law, he just stopped being a cop, but he was a cop for several years. And he says, that's just the way you walk once you get all that equipment on you and the way it hangs.
Yeah.
You know, sort of walking like you're John Wayne. It just happens.
Okay, keeping that up.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid right there, though.
So tell him not be as impulsive.
Can you imagine how terrified you'd be when you walk and you figure out that the whole room is cops?
Crap.
And you're stealing shit.
You want to get to jail as fast as you can.
Yeah.
One cop behind you locks the doors and spray paints the camera.
I want to know why they're all beat up. Why are their faces completely mush?
Yeah, they.
Only the one. The one on the right.
He got the crap beat out of him.
Yeah.
And the cops in the police report says no punches were thrown. They came in that way.
Yeah, that's just how they look. Jeez.
Wow.
Maybe the first one was beating the second one for the stupid planning.
Yeah, that's probably exactly right. Dumb.
All right. Bank robbery suspect arrested after stopping for a news interview during the crime spree.
What?
That's a big thing, though. People like to brag, and oftentimes crimes are solved because people can't keep their mouth shut about it. They return to the scene of the crime to see their work or whatever.
Yeah. Tony Robbins called that a need for significance. So you
Okay.
need to feel significant in regards to what you did. So he wants to be seen by others and be able to talk to people about what he's doing and let people know that, hey, I'm the one that did this.
It was
Yeah.
me.
It was me. Hey.
No, it just says they were looking for him. They knew who he was, and he stopped for the interview and gave them his real name, and then let them find him. It says.
Well, that's bad.
That's just stupid.
Okay, yeah,
I
you
mean,
can't
the-
fix that.
Yeah.
The news media, they don't have cuffs. They're not going to cuff him right there. But if I were the cameraman, I'll totally wave the cop over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
It's like on To Catch a Predator. You know, you walk in and there's the cameras. There's no cops inside. Cops are outside.
Oh,
You're
that's,
safe inside.
Oh, yeah?
You cannot leave.
that's just stupid.
Hey, come on. Why don't you sit down? Yeah, sit
Let's
down,
have
buddy.
a conversation.
Yeah, let's talk.
I used to
What the hell
love
you
watching that
doing
show
here?
just to watch those guys panic.
Yeah. Oh, because they're so done.
So,
Yes.
so here's a question for you guys.
Okay.
If you were walking down the street one day, you're on a nice stroll, you know, you're on your vacation with Molly, it's like, da-da-da, and all of a sudden you hear the alarms and some guy comes running out with a gun, robbing a bank. He comes flying right by you. Do you yes or do you no stick your foot out and trip the guy so he falls?
I
No.
would do nothing. For all I know, he is a cop chasing the guy, and I didn't see the first guy. So I'm gonna
You
get
still
a good
got
look.
the mask
I'm gonna
on.
get a good look at him, describe him best I can, say he went that way.
I
Not
would
intervening.
not, because he may have a gun, roll over, and just lean back and shoot me. You dick.
Yeah. Interesting. There was a story not long ago, and a guy did that. He just stuck his foot out. The guy was running right by him. They caught him on video, surveillance video. Just stuck his foot out while the guy was running from him. Knocked him down. The guy went flying. The gun went sliding away, and the cops were like 2 steps behind. Jumped on the guy and took him down. He was like the
But
hero. But
in
I'm like,
this
wow,
country,
that's got
like,
a lot of balls.
You could get
Yeah.
sued for that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
disorderly conduct.
Right. He could be sued by the guy.
That's true, and it's
crazy.
sad.
It's like when the person hops your fence, jumps in your pool, and drowns, and then their family sues you for having a pool.
Right.
And it's like, but I didn't do anything. I even had a fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's just stupid.
Or there was a robber who fell through the roof of a house while that he was trying to get into and rob, and then sued the owner of the house for having a shoddy roof.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's
It- it-
Oh.
ridiculous.
There is I don't know if it's national or a federal thing, but you can't defend yourself with something larger than what the person is attacking you with.
Really?
For example,
So if you came at me with a knife and I had a gun,
and you had a sword.
a sword.
That's just stupid.
Well, I often carry Excalibur with me.
So what happens about like those guys that broke into the house and it turned out the guy was like a Navy SEAL and he just like took them down, like broke their
Yes.
arms and
Yeah.
put them under?
Well, he's
like,
a weapon.
like, yeah, so is he a bigger weapon than their guns?
If a guy comes at you with a sandwich, you can't use a 3-wood. You got to dig in for the putter because it's got to be less.
Can you imagine the bad luck though? You walk into that house, you think you're gonna rob it, and some guy's like all badass there and he just
That's
takes
Chuck Norris.
takes out
Yeah.
7 guys while they're trying to rob his house and
You're trying
has
to
them all
rob it and
handcuffed.
Fight Club is going on.
Yeah. Did you read that story? Is
No.
yeah, it's like it's
Couple
it's
years
a little bit
ago,
old.
yeah.
So it's like a Navy SEAL. These guys broke in. I think it was like 7 guys.
I thought he was an old guy too. I thought it was like in his 60s or 70s or
Yeah.
something. But
And
he's
like
yeah.
like literally broke in and like he's like breaking legs and taking them all out one at a time,
Bunch
and
of
then has
fun
them all
kids.
tied up while the cops come and pick up the 7 of them.
Wow.
They're like,
kids
that's
these days.
badass.
Wow. Well, those Navy SEALs, you don't. I mean, it's like riding a bike, breaking a leg.
Muscle memory.
Yeah. Oh wow. Mississippi inmates break back into jail. I read this story.
What, did they leave something behind?
They broke out of jail first of all.
All right.
Went and robbed some. Hold on. What did they rob?
Oh, this was a back before they know we're gone situation?
Yeah.
Why?
So they stole goods in tow. So they took their stuff that they stole back to jail.
They probably make more money in jail than they make out of jail selling that stuff.
Probably.
The contraband.
There you go.
Just get a friend to
Wow.
smuggle it
It's
in
actually
for
a
you.
pretty good business model, you know? I mean, if you think about it.
Just break out quick, steal
Yeah,
some shit, and
but if,
break
like,
back
if
in.
I-
You're already in
No.
jail. I mean, what's the risk? You're going back anyway. You just got your new contraband, and
That is true.
it's like, what's the risk here? You got a couple more years. You got a business that's thriving. You don't want to leave jail.
And when you're in jail, all your needs are taken care of. You have food. You've got a warm bed.
You
per
got
se.
a warm man behind. I
If
mean,
you
yeah.
don't mind
Yeah.
prison gay,
Gay for the stay.
You might enjoy it at this point.
Wow. So he bought flowers for his buddy.
You know, this would be like one of those situations in coaching where some people just don't want to change, no matter how good it is. They just want to stay where they are. So these guys want to stay in jail because it's better than what could be on the outside. So
Well, they did not know. They found out by watching surveillance footage later and saw him coming back in. They're like, wait, what are these guys doing coming in?
wow.
They were.
so now they got him on escape and breaking and entering.
Yeah.
So they actually got back in.
Yeah.
But they just saw it later on.
Yeah, and then had to go question him. Like, did you guys get out of here?
Did you guys leave?
Oh yeah, we've been
Yeah, but
gone.
we came back.
Where'd you
Why
get
the
those
hell did I
flowers?
come back?
Yeah. Oh,
This is our Tuesday thing. How long is it taking you guys to know this?
jeez. Yeah,
That's crazy.
I played 9 holes.
What does that say for that prison that they left and came back and didn't?
Didn't know. All right,
That's
a
good.
disgruntled Florida man shoots out tires of AT&T truck, blocking his driveway.
Well, now it's even harder to move the truck.
I know. That's why I like this one.
Think it through, guy.
What are you gonna do? There's actually a little video, I guess, but our internet. So if it's already blocking your driveway, why would you get rid of its way to move?
Well,
Yeah.
you go out there, you talk to the guy, you be nice, see if he'll move it. If he doesn't, call AT&T, complain. If still nothing happens, you tweet that shit.
I call that reacting.
Reacting?
Yeah,
That's what that is?
yeah. It's like when you are in a situation, some people respond, which is usually, you gather information, and then you get all points of perspective, and then you respond with, an educated response. Reacting is when you just blow up off the top, and it's like, bam!
Shoot up
I'm
the
done.
tires
yeah.
on a parked car.
Yeah, that's a reaction,
Looks
and
like an
usually
older
nothing good
gentleman.
comes out.
Yeah, 64-year-old man.
64-year-old man.
I like how he's just walking with that gun next to his side.
Yeah, he's just like.
I'm
"Do,
sorry
do,
about
do,
this
I'm
internet. I'll
doing
get it
this."
connected to my phone.
We're gonna get it
soon.
at some point. We're liking it. We're seeing all the little individual pictures.
We'll come back to it.
Ever had someone come to you for legal advice?
No,
Okay.
no, and I won't give it if they did.
Oh,
It's a
is
quick
that
way to
some
get
part
yourself
of?
in
There you
trouble.
go. We got it going well. Boom. Oh, he just nonchalant.
Walked up and just.
He didn't even really stop. He was.
Nope.
Well, it's
He
not
just
a
knew
moving
what he
target.
wanted. You know what? That guy had a goal. He knew what the outcome was going to be, and he went for it. That's what I see.
That's realizing your dreams.
That is realizing his dream.
Hey, Cranny just kept walking.
That's
So who
That was like he was getting the mail.
So who was filming this? The AT&T guy?
I don't know.
Maybe.
There had to be.
that's a really good question.
He probably made a scene before this. Came
Yes.
out and made a scene and then.
Drop your truck, drop
What if somebody's like, I'm gonna go get my gun and shoot your tires
Okay,
out?
so we
It
know
looks
it's
like-
not a professional video because
Right.
it's got
Vertical.
vertical video
Yeah.
Like a
syndrome.
phone. He
Yeah.
must have been causing a scene, and then someone's like, "Let's see what this crazy old man does."
And why do people do that? I just want to know why. Do
vertical?
yeah, what the heck?
Because it's quick and easy.
I want everybody that takes a picture or does a video with their phone up and down, every one of them should have to go into their house and turn their TVs up and down. Just like flip it, do a 90-degree rotate, and now you watch your TV like that, you stupid idiot.
That's how I always watch my TV. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
There's
Like-
other ways.
It is a pet peeve of mine, the vertical video as
Yeah.
well.
right here.
But often,
Look, is that
Yeah.
when you try
I
to
start
flip
recording
it-
something and, I should do it sideways. So
when you
halfway
try to
through the
flip
video,
it
I
full
flip.
screen. Yeah, it doesn't.
And
work.
why with these smartphones haven't they gotten smart enough to know that when you record it this way, everybody does it, so it just automatically flips it the way it needs to be. That's
It's all
Apple's issue.
computers. Yeah.
That's Apple's issue. They should be doing that automatically.
And everything is syncing up now, so you can probably play the video right from your phone to your TV.
And all the news feeds, all these stupid news feeds, they always give you the vertical ones, and then they have to like play the video in the background, all blown up, to fill up the screen, so like you get like the thing going on twice. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
I hate that.
This is a pet peeve we've hit.
Yes.
What I love is when I'm watching an old show and it's widescreen somehow. I was watching Seinfeld. I'm like, this is Seinfeld in widescreen. This is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why aren't all shows like this? Like I watch Frasier or Cheers, and it's just
4:3.
yeah. But then
Oh,
every
I
now and then
hate
you find that show that was shot on film, and they still have the original film. They can redo it.
Yes.
Perfect. Love
That's nice.
Awesome. Speaking of pet peeves, this is one of mine. Not doing this, but
Opening fire.
man opens fire after wife takes a bite from his grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh man, I'm with you.
Wait,
Yeah.
When
how is
somebody
this-
eats your grilled cheese or ice cream, or hey Molly, do you want some ice cream? No, I don't want any. And then they take your cone. Is that where you're going with this?
It's kind of, no, this is like, in a way. Go to a restaurant. I order fries. Do you want fries? No.
Yeah.
And eat half my fries.
Hate that.
That's the thing.
How is this your pet peeve? You do it to me all the time.
But I'm bigger. You should know to order too.
Yeah.
You were gonna finish those fries anyway, Molly.
I do the same thing to him all the time. He's like, I don't eat fries, and then he eats half of
She
mine.
tortures
How
me
can this be a
with
pet peeve?
sandwiches or anything. She always leaves one bite on the plate. And if I don't eat it, she will throw out one bite of something. How do you throw out
a
one bite of
waste.
something?
You
Or-
can't.
You can't. She does. And she won't throw her plate out. She'll just sit there with it, one bite sitting there for an hour.
I'm not done with it.
You are done. You're just going to throw it out. And it bugs
I'm with
me.
you.
I can't. Like, one bite of sub? There's one bite of sub. I'm full.
This
You
is
can't
the same
be.
guy that I've got like one bite left of my dessert that I'm just. This is gonna be the last.
Because you
awesome
always
bite,
leave
and
one
just-
bite.
I like to
No,
go to
I'm
Mexican
still-
restaurants.
you
You get the
take a
rice and the
different fork.
beans. I don't
You
care
are
for
the
the
worst.
rice, but I feel the need to eat it when it's the last thing on the plate.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
gotta eat it.
really?
I gotta eat it. It's there.
I gotta have the chips and just take the whole thing and the rice, the beans together. It's just like a combination.
I do that. I mix
Pour
it all
salsa
together.
over the rice.
Yeah, on the salsa and sour
Oh, I
cream.
never thought of that. I'm gonna try that next
Just
time.
mix it all.
When Tom eats tacos, he's got all the leftover stuff that falls off, and he mixes it with his chips and makes
Doritos
a
or something.
nacho like salad at the end.
On the leftovers.
How do you make your grilled cheese? Oh, that's the real question.
We use an electric
Skillet?
grill thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I use it in a frying pan. Butter
Frying
both
pan.
sides.
What kind of cheese? I always make sure I have at least one layer of artificial, cheap American
Really?
It
cheese.
melts better.
And then you can do any other cheese on top of that, but nothing melts like that fake cheese.
If I'm being honest, Velveeta's got to be on my grilled cheese if I'm
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
a good one.
I usually
It's
do
just
like Kraft
it's like
singles.
just
That's
falls
a
apart.
fake cheese.
It's
though,
a
right?
Yeah.
total fake
Yep.
cheese.
Yeah.
Nothing melts like that. My wife
Yeah.
loves melted cheese on her stuff, so she's always throwing cheese and stuff when she's cooking, and she's like, "It doesn't melt like it should." I'm like, "It's 'cause cheese doesn't melt like that in real
Right.
life."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need,
Yeah,
not
it's
queso.
orange caulk on the cheese, on the commercial.
Right.
You put regular cheddar on your nachos. You put out, it's all just one big sheet of cheese that just comes off.
yeah, plasticky. I need Mark's tomato soup when I eat grilled
Oh,
cheese.
That's good stuff.
Mark makes some of the best tomato soup.
I got the recipe from America's Test Kitchen.
It's good.
But how much do you have to hate your wife to shoot her?
How many
for taking
times
a bite
Has
of your
this
sandwich?
is not the first incident. I
No.
guarantee this has
He's-
been a
he's
long
slapped
road.
her.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, he's hit her. He's done other things before you pull
Well,
out
I
the
mean,
gun.
how many other things has she taken a bite out of it?
Oh,
and
it's her
said,
fault.
"Don't
Of
do
course,
that."
it's her fault.
Everyone is guilty in these
Right.
things usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am
wow.
not taking sides. I am merely
This
saying
doesn't say anything about it, really. It just says that that's the reason he gave. So he was charged with first and second degree murder, attempted murder, and second
gonna
degree
say.
assault, reckless endangerment, because there were kids around,
Yeah.
and various firearm.
So
Violations.
when you show up in jail
Wow.
and they say, "So what are you in for?"
endangerment of a child.
You know, I shot somebody for eating my
shot
grilled
my
cheese.
wife.
As they sit down,
Are,
jail
are
grilled
you? Are
cheese
you?
in front.
Yeah. Are you going to be like the guy that nobody messes with your food? I'm thinking so.
Yeah.
Like just
So when you
don't-
go to
You
jail,
get the jail nickname instantly, Mayor McCheese.
yeah.
Don't mess with this guy's cheese.
Don't mess with
Whatever happened to that dude?
Mayor McCheese
Yeah.
and the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
They got rid of all those old dangerous.
you still see the
playgrounds.
Hamburglar every now and then, but I haven't seen
only
Mayor
seen-
McCheese in a long
That
time.
was a
haven't either.
complete. That was a mistake by McDonald's.
by getting rid of Mayor
The
McCheese?
playgrounds?
Yeah, the playgrounds were awesome. Remember,
The
The
playground
Whitewater
was
used to
awesome.
have like the tree in the middle of the Whitewater, Wisconsin. They had that big tree. They had all like the apple pies and the cherry pies hanging off of them. They had the mayor and the Hamburglar. They had the big life-size statues in there.
Huh.
And
Remember
now
the
it's
big
just
Grimace?
stupid
The
like
big,
all the rest.
officer
Yeah,
thing
Grimace.
that was like a giant tower.
Yeah.
Remember that
Yeah,
one?
you could go inside.
Yeah. Love that when I was a kid.
Was
Yeah,
Mayor
it was fun.
McCheese the officer? Or
No, Mayor McCheese was.
just the...
I just remember him from the commercials. I don't remember him from the playgrounds in the area that I grew up in.
Yeah.
Because there was always the big grimace, shaky thing, and there were
Yeah.
like the Fry Kid scooters
Yeah.
and the police officer burger thing.
Yeah, I don't have those at all anymore.
Well, they're dangerous. Even if you see them, like if you catch one in the middle of nowhere at an old McDonald's, it'll have like all these bars welded across it, be welded shut so no one can go inside.
Okay, there's Ronald McDonald, Grimace,
Images.
Hamburglar.
Why are you wasting our time?
Images don't waste your time.
Who is? I don't even
What
know
the-
some of these ones. Like, who
What are all these
people?
little guys?
Mayor. Those are the Fry Kids.
Yeah, the Fry guys.
Yeah, the Fry Guys are awesome.
Who's that guy? He looks like Doc from Back to the Future.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
that's just a person. That's
Yeah,
just some
that's a
guy who
Hall-
wandered under the photo
Who was the
shoot.
captain? Captain Crook?
That's a great group Halloween costume. Those are kids dressed up as the Fry Kids. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
Early Bird, right?
I don't remember her name.
Oh,
Early Bird, I think.
yeah, I think you might be
Yeah.
right. I don't know.
So,
So who's that then?
Yeah, I don't recognize the uncostumed
Who's
or
the cop?
the human characters.
okay, images.
I don't remember the cop's name.
Okay, Birdie the Early Bird, Fry Kids, Mayor McCheese.
Officer Big Mac.
Officer Big Mac.
That's what it says.
awesome.
Where?
Right there.
Yeah, Officer Big
Right
Mac.
above
I
Professor
forgot
McDonald.
about him.
Officer Big Mac. Oh my God, I can't.
And they wonder why we don't go to McDonald's anymore.
Because they got rid of.
They got rid
Officer
of all the good stuff.
Grimace, Hamburglar, Early
All right, there's
Birdie the
Doc.
early
Who is
bird.
that? Professor. It is a professor.
Professor
Professor
McDonald.
So-
I wonder if Doc was created off of that. The character was
He
made
kind
off
of
of
looks
that.
like Doc.
So you said before you have kids, how old are they?
He's 15 now.
Oh, so did you take your kids to McDonald's when they were little?
Yeah.
Your kid?
Yeah.
What
All
the
the
hell
time.
is Grimace?
I still take him there.
Yeah, what is Grimace?
He's a purple dude. He looks like a chicken nugget.
Wow.
Is it
I thought it was like a gumdrop or something maybe, but they don't sell gumdrops.
Maybe I know what it was. He was supposed to be ice cream, but nobody could keep the white suit clean, so they just gave him a purple one
Oh, nice.
to hide the dirt.
Could be.
All
I'll
right.
bet you.
All
They
right.
didn't want to make a big brown thing.
They didn't want to make a big brown
Then
turd,
it would look like a turd. Yeah.
and they couldn't keep the white suit clean. This sounds like it's true. I could, if I said this with confidence,
Yeah,
you guys would believe it.
Yeah.
I'm with
Why's,
you.
why's Grimace purple? Oh, he was ice cream. They didn't want to make him brown,
Dude,
and then he couldn't keep
You
the
should do
white clean.
McDonald's trivia at the white trash event.
Oh, who is this guy? Professor.
Well, I've been to trivia things where they give you a printout thing, and some of the
Oh, wait,
questions
there's
are
more.
who are the characters.
The
I remember the
McNugget buddies.
McNugget.
I remember the McNugget buddies.
I remember the Happy Meal gang.
Captain Crook.
Captain Crook.
Uncle what?
Uncle
Uncle-
O'Grimacy.
Uncle Oligarchy? What is that?
O'Grimacy.
Is that an alien?
That's O'Grimacy. Here we got Kaz.
I think
Mac.
I remember that from one of the toys.
I remember Pierre McDo. You guys remember that one?
No.
He was the moon face.
Oh, no, what was his name?
Pierre McDo.
No, that wasn't it, because I just watched a video on him. Mac and the Moon or something?
This has gone completely off topic.
Just Google
Yeah,
McDonald's
how
Moon
do we
guy.
even start here? I think
I
this
don't
is my
know.
fault.
And we apologize,
Sorry.
universe. I know that the McDonald's Moon guy is now a white power thing, but we have nothing to do with that. Mac
yeah,
Tonight, that's what
Mac
his name
Tonight.
is. Yeah.
Well, then who the hell is Pierre McDo?
I have no idea where you got that from. That might be some sort of dream thing you came up with.
Wow, this is cool stuff.
There, you remember?
I
It's
remember
like-
the commercials.
Yeah, because he would sing the
Memory
song Mac
lane.
the Knife, but it would be Mac Tonight.
I feel like I've done my job. I've taken you guys way off the rails.
Right. Well,
This is why I don't bother doing research and structured questions. There you go. There's your famous Pierre McDo.
oh,
It's
he
just
is
some guy.
associated with McDonald's, though.
I do see McDonald's in the background. He must have been like a bigwig. He's got to have a Wikipedia page.
Okay. McDonald's St. Pierre. I am going to find Pierre McDo.
All right,
Okay,
moving
moving on. All right.
on.
We got to get you out of here soon, shortly. We're running out of time here, so let's do.
Did you have any questions for Tom?
Oh wait, yeah.
What made you guys decide that a podcast was?
Oh, it's this guy. I'm not the first co-host.
Oh, okay. All right. So
The
why
first guy took a
podcast?
bite out of my grilled cheese, and I made the news. Why a podcast? That's going to be taking over radio. That's the way to go.
So did you always have an interest in broadcast?
Not really, but I mean, everything fell into place. Molly has all the IT stuff. Alex had the equipment.
Yeah, his friend Alex is a
I'm-
musician, so he had all the mics. He had the basic.
I'm here too.
Plus, they would just sit
I'm
around
good at
and
them.
shoot the shit for hours and
Yeah.
just come up with this funny stuff. And I think they were just like, well, we should do a podcast. We're funny.
I like it.
We know a lot of interesting people to start out, and then
Yeah, you've done a great job finding people that I'm like, oh, this is going to be so boring. And they turn out to be really interesting people. So,
Tom's like, I'm going to start a podcast. And he's like, you need to do my sound stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? Why?
I didn't sign up for this.
Because you're IT.
So then where did you
Anything
come
about
in?
soundboards.
After Alex had to step down for professional reasons?
Yeah.
I'm
His
assuming
other
I
job.
was your third or fourth person you approached.
You were my first, but you went and had a premature child when the podcast got started, and I didn't think you were available. So your wife is actually the real hero of the podcast because she stepped in with a 2-month-old premature child, and
It
said,
wasn't 2 months premature. She was 6 weeks premature.
6
but
weeks premature.
2 months
at
old.
2 months old, she said, "Sure, you guys can build a podcast studio in our attic and have my husband, who watches the kid all the time, do a podcast." So
Well, there was a little bit of serendipity because in the 90s, the person who owned the house that I owned was a sound engineer. And I know someone who knew them from back
Okay.
then. So the attic already had sound insulated drywall and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's great.
It was A-frame, weird space, but the sound
It was perfect because you don't want a box for sound engineering. That you don't want parallel surfaces
Right.
for the sound to go back and forth all day. A triangular room is ideal.
Ideal.
Sadly, when we bought the house, there was one room filled with like that ripple foam insulation stuff that you see in studios, and I threw it all out because I didn't know what to do with it. If only I'd saved it, we could have like a whole wall covered in that shit.
What a jerk.
son of a
Right.
bitch.
This was before you were even doing a podcast when I
Yeah.
ripped all that stuff down.
Wow, that's cool.
So, and then we just started taking off, getting listeners, people liking it, sharing it. Now
And
we're-
it's super easy for me. They do all the heavy lifting. Like you see, I just show up and
Yeah.
sit down.
we need a guy.
They just need someone to talk at.
shows
Nice.
Yeah.
cracks a beer, sits down.
It's like a good time, like, no kid, beer
Right?
time.
Yep. So
Great.
yeah, but I think it's going to be taking over radio soon. You don't have to pay for it. There's no commercials.
And with
Right.
all the
How many-
connectivity, people can have queue up stuff from their phone in their car so easily. Why even bother with radio? You can go right from your
If you want to listen
your
to music,
iTunes,
boom.
yeah, to your music, to your favorite
Podcast.
podcasts.
And I hate on radio shows, you may hit like a section, like I like Steve Zabin on Bob and Brian.
Yeah.
But if we get to the job or I have to go in the store, I'm not sitting in my car for a half hour. Podcast, you can pause.
Yeah, that's a
Stop.
great point. I hate that part of radio. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
there's something good coming up, and then you're sitting there.
Waiting for
Remember when we were
Waiting for
kids
it,
and
and it never
all of
comes
TV
up.
was like that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if Shark Week, if you weren't sitting down at 7:00 on Sunday night, you were missing it, and it was never coming around again.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was no way to record it unless you set up that VCR.
Imagine
Right.
that we actually got together as a family and had time together.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Or we would fight over the TV because my sister wanted to watch Friends and I wanted to watch Shark Week or whatever
Okay,
it was.
Friends was not during the time when you couldn't watch, like, record stuff.
No, but we
Like, you got to go back.
had one
though.
TV. We had one
Oh,
TV
okay, now
in my growing up in the Majeski household.
Oh, wow.
Because like Friends, I was like in my like 1920s when Friends came out, and like so I was kind of like that was. So
Well, yeah,
it
toward the
can't
end
be
of Friends,
that
my
old.
sister was huge into that show. So toward the end of that show, which did run for like 10 years or something
Yeah,
ridiculous like that. So, and that's when I was in middle school and I was all about Shark Week.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I was too.
Who wouldn't?
Awesome. So,
Losers, that's who wouldn't be.
I don't think I ever really got into Shark Week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark, I know where your next baby's being born because you're into free stuff.
Shark Week?
Woman gives birth in Chick-fil-A bathroom and baby gets the perks.
Where's the
What?
nearest? Where's
Baby-
the nearest Chick-fil-A?
Milwaukee, I think. Well, as soon as Susan's water break next time, get in the car, go to
Dude.
the bath. The baby girl is guaranteed food for life and a job after a month.
Susan's water broke, and then she sat in the hospital for 3 weeks.
Bring a book.
Waiting.
Ever download some of our podcasts? Catch up.
So they're giving the baby food for life and a job
Define-
just because she was born in their
For life
bathroom?
is
Define food
fine
for life.
print.
Is that a coupon book, that one coupon per week? I used to work at a pizza place that would do free pizza for a year for the first 50 customers at a grand opening. And it was a coupon book, and it was one free pizza every week. So it's 52 free pizzas.
See, now
Like,
I'm going to
that's not free pizza for a year.
I'm going to say you got to have a little gratitude here. All the baby did is get born, and they're getting food, even if it's one coupon a day. It's like, man, that's a lot of food from Chick-fil-A. I just
Yeah.
went through the drive-thru the other day. It was $24.
And a job when
you
she
know,
turns 14.
It was good, but
You
it
got
was
a teenager,
$24. Yeah.
A job
Teenager
when,
and
or
dogs.
when she turns 14, she can have a job there too.
Wow.
They should leave the mess in the bathroom for
How
14
many people?
years.
How many people are just gonna they think they're gonna have a baby now, and they're just gonna walk in and have their birth at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
So you think
I mean-
after eating Chick-fil-A for life for 14 years, she's gonna want to go live there after getting free? Like, you think she gets
She
sick
could
of
be
it?
all in. She's a
Maybe.
company woman.
Yep.
Yeah, she might have a chicken costume now.
So there's that story, and we'll wrap it up real quick with Molly's sarcophagus. We had this previous podcast about the giant black.
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
Well, they put all the.
I saw
It
some of
was
the
the
headlines,
giant
but I've read
cursed
nothing.
black tomb or whatever that had all the protection curses pointed inwards to keep this in, and they thought it was going to release some sort of, they didn't want to open it.
Wasn't it a Hellenistic period?
Yeah.
So it's Greek.
Well, mysterious black sarcophagus found in Egypt, and they
Ancient
opened
history,
it.
this is my thing. So I'm like, well, this wasn't like
I was watching one of these.
during pharaohs. This was
It
during
contained 3 skeletons, and one of the skeleton skulls had a hole in it from a sharp object, so it was killed. But before this, there was a big controversy that they didn't want to open it. They're like, if this thing was so evil and curses,
Yeah.
and
or because last time I opened something on live TV, there was nothing in it.
Geraldo did too.
Yeah. They opened up that chamber under the Sphinx or something, and it
And
was
there
just
was nothing.
empty. It's just
Yeah.
empty.
Geraldo opened Al Capone's vault, and there was nothing but dust.
Yeah, that was good. There's some safe somebody else opened up too recently.
Oh, was there?
It was one of that island show. There's a show on Discovery. Like they go to an island.
Oak Island?
Oak
Yeah,
Island.
yeah, and they had something else on there. They found it was just like all water. And they opened, there was nothing in
It's
it.
just full of rot and waterlogged stuff.
So yeah, despite the warnings of the ancient curse, they found just some skeletons and some oil.
Well, the article says that it could be Alexander the Great, and that is possible. It could be. I believe he ended up. Legend says he was interred there, but we don't really know where his body ended up.
I don't
Because
mess
the end
with
of his
anything
life,
with-
he was just weeping because he conquered the world.
Well, he died on the road, basically, and they were moving through Egypt, and Ptolemy, who was in charge of Egypt, was like, I'm going to keep this. Mine. And to legitimize himself as God King,
Oh, wow.
next Pharaoh, because the Egyptians are all in on Pharaoh is God. And the Ptolemy was one of his generals, and he's like, who's this schmuck? Well, he's got the body of our dead God. So clearly he's our next God.
We'll give you one of them.
I find Hellenistic Egypt fascinating.
I have
All
nothing
right.
for you on that.
All right, well, we got to get Kevin out of here. He's got some up northing to do.
Up Northern.
Up Norton.
All right.
So
Nice.
let's
Gonna go
do
bear
some
hunting?
news. Well, thank you very much for sticking around.
Absolutely, you guys are awesome.
All right, let's do a couple reads because we got to pay the bills too. And if you need a cabin up north, you could probably call Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty,
Or you want to sell a cabin.
or you want to
Learn about how to buy or sell a cabin.
call Roy, our man Roy, at 414-235-0763, or email him, roy@cvhsr.com. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And we have decided we're going to get a place. We're saving up.
Sweet. Congratulations, guys.
That's awesome.
The official announcement.
Is that still going to happen after the things that he said to you today?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. They're having grilled cheese for dinner, so
You
we'll
guys
see.
look it up too. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're going to get a trailer.
Tiny home. You're going to get a
Nice.
tiny
Tiny
home.
home.
Oh, a tiny home.
So, to help us do that, go donate to us on Patreon. All the cool kids are doing it. Really helps out starving artists like ourselves. We are artists, Mark.
And I am hungry.
You're always hungry.
So, otherwise, you can go to our website and hit the donate button. It's really cool. Like and share us on Facebook. That helps our numbers. Go on to iTunes and check us out. Give us some reviews. I hear that's really good for business. I don't know. We're just going with the flow. Check out our website. Where can they find it?
Our
You know all the
website
things.
is pardon me, is offtherailstm.com. We're also on Twitter at offtherailstm. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/offtherailstm. Tom is very active on Instagram,
Not as
offtherailstm.
Much lately.
Well, you were for a while.
Oh, well, just...
Phoning it in now, aren't we?
No,
Tom's
it was
really
all the...
phoning it in on. So
He's
yeah, and
making Molly do it now.
if you want to email us any oddball questions you want to book, you want to be a guest, you know someone wants to be a guest, any reason you want to contact us, it's offtherailstm@gmail.com. If you just want to send in your goofy question for Tom, that's asktomanything414@gmail.com. We are on SoundCloud, YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, all that stuff, all your favorite podcast hosting sites. See our website for even more details.
All right, and
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Kevin Messerschmidt.
Thanks.
Messerschmidt for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have all your stuff on the website. And remember, we're not good enough.